everyone, Catherine here with Rudy Dotson Digital. And what I want to talk to you about today is how to grow your Instagram organically if you are a med spa owner. Organic growth on social media, specifically Instagram, is kind of like the holy grail of building your business and client acquisition, right? People finding you online without even trying or without running paid ads, just on Instagram, right? Booking appointments because they just found you on the internet. So there are 7 things that we've identified as requirements, the main things that are going to make the most impact and move the needle the most for you to grow your Instagram organically. So the first 3 are really foundational. Like, you don't want to put yourself out there and try and grow your page if you don't have these foundations in place. And then the last 4 are really about growth and kind of getting to that next level of getting people to follow you, find you, and getting that, virality of followers. The first thing, step 1, is updating your bio, having a really solid bio and clearly outlining who you are and what you offer. So if you're a med spa owner, that means including the services that you provide, listing them out. If there's certain ones that you're known for or that you want people to find you for and to hire you for, then you want to include those. So whatever you want them to find you for, you want to include that. And you want to include your location, right? Your local business. Be sure to include your city in your bio, right? A lot of times people will put a little pin, like location, Denver, Colorado. So as soon as they go there, you want them to have a snapshot of who you are and what you offer. No guessing, no digging around, just clearly laid out in the bio. And then lastly, you want to have a link to your booking page and a call to action. So you want to say, click below to book an appointment, click below to get a free consultation, and then include your link. What you can also do here, which is a really awesome little trick, is if you're running a promotion, you can highlight the promotion there. So instead of saying click below to book an appointment, if you're going to be running, say, $100 off a filler for this month, you can highlight that there, get $100 off your filler or, lip filler, whatever you're offering, click below to book. So as soon as they go to your page, they see that, boom, drives them to want to book an appointment if that's what they're interested in. So once we have the bio, that's number 1, right? All set up. The next thing we want to focus on is branding. That's number 2. You want to make sure you have a really strong brand presence. You have your colors, they're consistent. Your vibe is consistent. Hopefully you're using, just a couple different fonts that you're using, again, consistently throughout your feed. I'm not going to go into details too much. Angela, my partner, did an entire video on branding for med spas, so go check that out if you need a little help with branding. But that is number 2. Make sure you have your branding on point. So the third thing you want to have is your content. You want to make sure that you have legit content, super solid content that people can binge, and you want to have it in a smart mix is what I call it. And in terms of a smart mix, you don't just want to throw a bunch of random stuff up there. You want to be really intentional with what you promote and what you put on your page. So we've come up with this formula. So basically for 10 posts, for every 10 posts, 5 of them should be before and afters. You want to showcase your work. Your Instagram feed should be, a display of what you do and your work, because that's why people are going to hire you. And if you have really great results and you have half of your feed is filled with that, that's what they want to see. And that's what's going to prompt them first and foremost to be curious and interested in booking with you. So after that, you want to have 2 posts out of the 10 just of you and your staff, right? You could be hanging out at reception, you could be having lunch together, you could be just in the office, whatever it is, but you want to really showcase your personality through these photos or videos that you post. But really showcasing your staff, getting them familiar with their faces, with their vibes, their personalities, that also helps kind of warm them up to want to book with you. After that, we want to have 2 of the 10 posts to be educational. So showcasing your skills, your knowledge base rather, how much you know about your skill and communicating that. So some of it may seem elementary, everybody knows what Botox does, right? Yes and no, but by you just communicating that and sharing your knowledge and expertise, maybe situations you would use it, situations you wouldn't. You can get really nuanced and detailed as much as you want or as little as you want, but just showing that you know what you're doing and talking about, that really goes a long way with social media. So be sure to put 2 out of 10 posts highlighting your expertise. And then the last post that you want to do, 1 out of 10, is going to be about promoting yourself, right? Sales. So if you're running a special, if you're running some sort of offer, any promotion, feel free to post that as an actual post on your feed to let people know, right? So we don't want the focus to be salesy. If you're doing half of your posts about promotions and sales, that's just going to turn people off and they're just going to be not interested. But if you're weaving that into a really good content mix, showcasing your skills, what you offer, your personality, your vibe, and it's all beautifully colored with your brand, that's how you're going to get people interested and following you and showing up and booking appointments. Okay, now that we've set the foundation for a solid Instagram account for a med spa, we're now going to get into the 4 different things that are going to really help move the needle and help you grow. The first thing is using local hashtags. So what I see a lot of med spa owners do is they'll just use general hashtags like hashtag microneedling results or diamond glow facial or whatever the thing is. And those, like, while they're like relevant to what the post is, you're not going to find people in your local region. Like, those hashtags are searchable by literally everybody in the whole world. So what I say, focus on, if you want to do a couple of those, great, but they're not really going to bring you clients, focus on local hashtags. So I live in Denver. I would go, the way you do it, go to Instagram, do a search under hashtags and search Denver, say Denver Med Spa, and see what shows up. Denver Aesthetics, see what shows up. Denver Spa, see what shows up. But just by putting Denver in, you're going to see like all the Denver related hashtags. And I would just start with that and scroll until you find as many that are relevant to you as possible. And don't forget to include like kind of peripherally related ones, things like Denver moms or like Denver lifestyle, potentially Denver salons or Denver nail salons. People who are getting their nails done and hair done are more likely to be interested in aesthetics treatments as well. So you can show up on those hashtags and get more eyes on your page as well. You know, you don't need to go ham on it. I would say like 10 to 15, 20 max. It's going to be hard to find a ton with local because they do get really, really small and granular, but I would say 10 to 15 would be great. The second component that you want to make sure that you incorporate into your Instagram strategy to get people to follow you organically is going to be using Reels. Reels, I'm sure you've heard of them. I'm sure you watch them. They're huge, right? And they're the number one way to get your content out to people outside of your existing followers. So your posts right now, when you didn't make a regular post on your feed, it gets shown to your followers. When you do a reel, it gets shown to potentially anyone in the world, really. That's how you're going to get more people who are not currently following you to find you and follow you. And so reels, I mean, they can be anything. They can be a little video of a before and after. It can be a video of a treatment that you're doing, and you can like write text over it and kind of showcase the steps, right? Kind of tell them what's going on. And you can even do, I would incorporate some of those really fun ones that you see where people are using trending audio, and just find ones that are relevant to your spa where you like, you know, not lip sync, but like you mouth over the words, or you could just do a video within your space, whatever you're comfortable with. So don't do that if it doesn't feel like your personality. But for me, I personally would love to do that, like get a little fun on the camera. So just do a mix of things and just don't be afraid to showcase your personality, because that's what's going to help you stand out against the competition. And the third piece to growing your organic Instagram following is going to be, this is a really big one that works really well for a lot of our clients. It's contests and giveaways. So they're really simple to do. They're not that complicated. Just come up with something that you're going to give away, that you really do have to give it away, right? So for example, come up with a service. Maybe you're going to do like a free lip filler or a microneedling treatment, anything that you want to give away. You will make a post and announce it. Say, we're running this contest or giveaway for the next 7 days, and you include the terms. So what you want people to do is you want them to follow you, like the post, and tag a friend, maybe even tag 2 friends. And so what that does is it gets people excited. Those are the terms to enter the contest, right? It keeps it local, keeps it really hyper local, because when people see that and they see that you're a local med spa, they're not going to tag their friends, in a different country or in a completely different state. They're going to think specifically like, oh my gosh, who, in my neighborhood would be, or of my local friends would be interested in this. Tag them. They see it and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to enter to win this. They do it, add a couple more friends. So you see how it can just have this like viral effect, and you will see your follower count increase. And say you do it for 7 days. You can determine how long you want it to run for. You announce the winner and you honor that. And then from that, you will have seen growth on your page. And a lot of times what happens, I've had clients tell me that people who didn't win reached out anyway, and they tend to get a lot of clients just from running it. So it's an incredible way to grow, incredible way to get visibility, and just really get out there on social media. Okay, so the last piece, the final component to growing your Instagram, it's actually pretty simple, but it has to be said, asking people to follow you. Literally include a call to action. Ask people, say, hey, follow us for more information. Follow us to learn more. Follow us for more promotions and updates, things like that in your reels, in your posts, in your newsletter. If you have an email newsletter that goes out, say, hey, follow us on Instagram. We, maybe you offer promotions or special, like we offer last minute promos just on Instagram. Follow us, right? Just tell them. People sometimes need to be told that, we use it in all of our marketing copy. In all the ads we run, we usually run it for ads like click to get this offer, right? You literally have to tell people, and it's been proven that it actually has an impact. So don't forget to include this, tell people, dumb it down, and you'll see great results. So those are the top 7 steps to grow your Instagram organically as a med spa. And one final component I want to say is if you ever feel stuck and you just need some inspiration, you're like, I don't even know how to get started, like what kind of content I would create, what I write about, search for other med spas. Look for people. It can be in your local area. It can be nationwide. It doesn't matter. That is the number one way to get inspiration and ideas. See what other people are doing. Look at how they've set up their brand. Look at some of the designs that they've created through, a lot of people use Canva, right? They use some graphics mixed in with like before and afters. Just check them out. This isn't a plug to copy. I'm not saying that, but it is an incredible way just to get ideas and get those creative juices flowing so that you can come back to like your own med spa and be like, oh my gosh, now I know what to do. I can do it in like this little adjusted way, tweak it a little bit. It's just a great way. So check out your competition, see what they're doing, and have fun with it. Again, just have fun and give it time, right? It's not something that happens overnight. It just takes a little bit of time to get the traction, and it requires consistency. So as long as you show up and you're posting, say 3 times a week, you'll get there. Hope this was helpful. Share it with anyone. Follow us. Any questions, just comment below. We're happy to answer them. Have a great one.